Hey guys, Monkey here, and I'm here today to review Transformers Age of the Primes Air Raid. Oh, sorry, there's some hair on my camera. Yes, Transformers Age of the Primes Air Raid. This figure has been one that I've actually enjoyed pretty well, actually. Not as much as I've enjoyed Slingshot, but Air Raid's up there. Air Raid is up there. He feels wonderful. Plastic quality is great. Tabs going perfectly, and everything just fits well. He looks good. Solid black on the top, white and black on the side, red, white, and black on the bottom. We got a landing gear coming out of his chest, a lovely silver cockpit, white highlights along the wings, red Autobot badges, bit of gray on the tail fins. This figure is good. It's great. It's out of the two so far that I have, probably the worst, probably the lesser jet mode. But besides that, everything else feels great. So yeah, just gonna put them down for a moment. Air Raid is a McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle fighter jet. This figure executes that design pretty well, actually. I enjoy it. Sorry, I had to go do something. I'm back, though. I can't remember what I was talking about, actually. I think I was just getting done talking about what type of plane he was. So, yeah. Back to the figure, though. Alt mode is wonderful. I love the details. The nose cone and cockpit detail here, the sculpting and everything, gorgeous, by the way. I love it. The way the plastic looks, by the way, the way it feels wonderful. It's high quality. This is a type of plastic I love because it's durable. I didn't feel this type of quality with Combiner Wars or Power of the Primes. Titans Return, they got their shit down for that line. But Power of the Primes and Combiner Wars, not as much. Not as much. That might be because mainly they were used for combiner limbs, so they pumped out a bunch of characters for those lines. But nowadays, these guys feel wonderful. And that might be because they're skeleton combiners now, so each figure doesn't really have to do as much as Combiner Wars did. But that also means the combined mode not only looks a lot better, but I bet it feels a lot better. Menasor, he feels wonderful. And each individual robot mode, or each individual robot, feels great. Except for Menasor. Part of his shoulder broke on mine. So now each time I peg it in, it's very easy to come out. Which sucks. That genuinely sucks. I remember I was so excited to get my hands on Menasor just for that to break. I was pissed off when that broke. But yeah. That's not what you guys are here for. You guys are here about Air Raid. Meow. But yeah, that being said, let's go into size comparisons. Oh wait, not just yet. The detailing on his alt mode is beautiful. Panels right here, sculpted line work here, some more panels there, some fin detailings here, along with just a lot of this line detail along the white, what's the word? I had the word. I'll remember it later. Yeah, the underside is kind of You could definitely tell there's a robot down there. But yeah, I do like the landing gear. I like how well the landing gear hides. I'll go over that when we start. When we start transforming, though. So yeah, with that being said, size comparisons. First off, we got Deluxe Class Slingshot, Voyager Class Metal Hawk, Leader Class Graven, Springer, sorry, I had to adjust the camera a little bit, and finally, Commander Class Ultra Magnus. Considering this is probably the closest scaled commander Or at least the more commander skilled figures of a commander class. I don't want Jetfire tall out of size comparisons, but I don't want Kingdom slash I don't want Rodimus slash Optimus scale either. I want just the middle ground, and Magnus fills that perfectly. That and Magmatron, those two fit that scale perfectly for what I look for in scale-wise commanders. I do love Jetfire a lot, though. He's wonderful. I can't remember if I've done a review for him yet. I don't think I have. I don't think I'll do that for a while, though, so don't plan on it yet. But, yeah. With that being said, we're going to do the transformation. So, yes, first steps. Remove his, honestly, wonderfully sculpted rifles. I'll go a little bit more into that right after. Fold in the landing gear. Pull down his shins. Flip out the feet. Oh, yeah. The heels of his feet make up the landing gear, similar to how Silverbolt's waist cape or waist sections make up his back landing gears. Now, you want to rotate these fins around, or if you want, you could also just remove them. I don't like parts forming entirely, though, so I don't usually remove them. You want to... Actually, I'm not sure if you guys fold these up or not. I think you do, though. Then you want to bring this whole assembly down and peg it in, just as so. Separate the legs. Then you're going to want to just angle these back a little bit. Untab this whole section like this. Then make sure these tabs right here and here go into the slots right there and there. Rotate the head around. Oh. Untab the arms from the sides and flip out the fists. Let me get these back in here. Give him his blasters, and we'll be good to go. I'm going to transform the other guys first, then we'll be good to go. See you all in a minute. Alright, got the other guys transformed, so yeah. Let's go for our low angle. Alright, Deluxe Class Air Raid with Deluxe Class Slingshot. Slingshot and Air Raid compared to Metal Hawk for Voyager Class. Leader Class Nova Prime compared to Deluxe Class Air Raid. And finally, scoot him just a little bit, Commander Class Ultra Magnus compared to Deluxe Class Air Raid. Ooh, the light piping's shining good through Magnus today. Oh, that looks good. I like that. Alright. Back up to our upper angle. And now let's get into it. Air Raids. Oh, Jesus. I'm tripping over my words today. My God. This is only, I think, a few hours after I've done Slingshot's video, too. I'm over here just... You know, just absolutely stuttering everything I'm saying. Damn. But yeah. Air Raid... Whew. Okay, I need a moment because... Damn! Okay, I think I'm done stuttering. Now, like I was going to say, Air Raid feels wonderful. His joints are buttery smooth. They feel wonderful to pose, move. Well, I guess pose and move are practically the same thing, but you know what I mean. Or at least I think you do. Either way, he feels great to handle. Honestly, he feels awesome. He feels sweet. You know, he feels good. He's a great feeling figure. He handles well. So yeah. The material, it's nice, durable. I've definitely messed around with it quite a bit. I haven't seen any stress marks, which is great to see, because I know there's a few figures in my collection that get stress marks just from being transformed in the way they're supposed to, which sucks. I'm looking at you, Cosmos. My Cosmos figure, his shoulder is stressed. And that's just because I've been using the shoulder as a shoulder, which isn't good. That's very scary for me, considering that Legacy Cosmos, as you all know, was a real pain to get people's hands on. That's why I'm thankful they did the Legacy United reissue. And even then, people are still charging quite a bit for them. You know, not the crazy 200 for Cosmos. Not those prices, but I have seen people charge double, maybe triple for Cosmos. And it's like, wow, that's a $24 figure. And you're charging 50? The fuck? Where do you get that? But I'm not here to talk about scalpers. Scalpers will scalp. So yeah. I was going to say something, but I completely forgot what I was going to say. Lovely. I've already gone over how Air Raid feels. Let's go over how Air Raid looks. Air Raid looks very accurate to the G1 model. Actually, let me pull up a picture of that. Give me a second or two. If it wants to load. This might take a little longer than a second. 1 second. Okay. There we are. As you can see, compared to the G1... Whoa. It just takes the lighting out of all of that. Dang. As you can see, the G1 model here, compared to Air Raid himself, is almost 1-to-1. We have the red detailing on the knees. Okay, I'm going to get the phone screen out of here because it keeps darkening the rest of the camera. I'll just compare, like, from my angle. We've got the red kneecaps, which look lovely. We don't have the thrusters on the back because those end up here. Which honestly, I love how that actually ends up here. It's neat. It's a neat trick. Yeah, those end up down here. So we don't have the back thrusters. We do have our tail fins ending up here though, so that's good. We have the nose cone on his back. We have the wings. Just looking back and forth between the animation model and this, it's very accurate. I love how it looks. The renders for this original figure though made the head look a lot weirder. In person, it's perfectly fine. The head's perfectly fine in person. The digital renders though made him look really weird though. So to see that he's perfectly fine makes me happy. The chest vents are nice. I love the sculpted detail. Honestly, I love the new G1 figures because it takes the flat designs that we had from the original figures or from the original models, and they just add a bunch of greebling and detail to it, and I love it for that. Because we don't have any of these panel lining here. We don't have any of this wrist lining here. You know, all that we have is a straight line here, here, here on the model. Here we have like little indents, little grooves here and there. The thigh doesn't even have any line detailing until you get to the other part of the leg. You know? So yeah. With that being said, this figure is wonderful. Feels great. With that being, I've already said with that being said. Let's get into the articulation. There's a ball joint at the head. Head looks up that far, down that far, and we have a side to side and full 360 because of the ball joint. Arms can go up that far, down that far, back that far because of the panels or because of the wings. If you pull it out though, you can get that full 360 that you want. 360 bicep rotation. A little past 90 at the elbows. No wrist swivel, but wrists can go in and out due to transformation. 360 waist. Legs can go back this far, forward that far, and out that far. 360 rotation at the thighs. It's a double mushroom peg, so it's more secure than usual. Perfect 90 at the knees, and full ankle pivot, and foot tilt forward, which I like. I love when figures' feet can actually move in other ways besides a pivot. This isn't a great pose to show that off, but it's still a pose nevertheless. And I enjoy the fact that I have the option to put Air Raid in admittedly this crappy pose, but it's nice having just a little bit more opposability with your feet, you know? But yeah, with that all being said, that should be it for today's video. I'm not sure what's next. Maybe the Constructicons, maybe Nova Prime, maybe Scourge even, you know? I have that RID Scourge I've been wanting to do for a little bit, so I might do that. So yeah, with that all being said, I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for your time. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And that's it. Goodbye, my monkeys. Oh.